dimensions. All logic which moves systematically comes under length dimension. Length dimension is a power by itself. If you master the length dimension, anything which works as per the logic will be under your control. You are master of it. Almost 99.99% of the known vyakta is logic, length dimension. Your idea of currency, your idea of ownership, your ideas about mathematics, almost much of your science other than the quantum physics and parallel universe. I want you to know these dimensions, only then I can take you to the next level of experience. With understanding about these dimensions, you yourself will know how the powers are manifesting and you will start playing with them. You getting comfortable with your consciousness and manifesting powers will start happening once you understand these 11 dimensions. Now I'm going to enter into the exact dimensions, that 11 dimensions. All logic which moves systematically comes under length dimension. Length dimension is a power by itself. If you master the length dimension, anything which works as per the logic will be under your control. You are master of it. Almost 99.99% of the known vyakta is logic, length dimension. Your idea of currency, your idea of ownership, your ideas about mathematics, almost much of your science other than the quantum physics and parallel universe. I want you to know these dimensions, only then I can take you to the next level of experience. With understanding about these dimensions, you yourself will know how the powers are manifesting and you will start playing with them. You getting comfortable with your consciousness and manifesting powers will start happening once you understand these 11 dimensions. Now I'm going to enter into the exact dimensions, that 11 dimensions. All logic which moves systematically comes under length dimension. Length dimension is a power by itself. If you master the length dimension, anything which works as per the logic will be under your control. You are master of it. Almost 99.99% of the known vyakta is logic, length dimension. Your idea of currency, your idea of ownership, your ideas about mathematics, almost much of your science other than the quantum physics and parallel universe. I want you to know these dimensions, only then I can take you to the next level of experience. With understanding about these dimensions, you yourself will know how the powers are manifesting and you will start playing with them. You getting comfortable with your consciousness and manifesting powers will start happening once you understand these 11 dimensions. Now I'm going to enter into the exact dimensions, that 11 dimensions. All logic which moves systematically comes under length dimension. Length dimension is a power by itself. If you master the length dimension, anything which works as per the logic will be under your control. You are master of it. Almost 99.99% of the known vyakta is logic, length dimension, your idea of currency, your idea of ownership, your ideas about mathematics, almost much of your science other than the quantum physics and parallel universe. I want you to know these dimensions, only then I can take you to the next level of experience. With understanding about these dimensions, you yourself will know how the powers are manifesting and you will start playing with them. You getting comfortable with your consciousness and manifesting powers will start happening once you understand these 11 dimensions. Now I'm going to enter into the exact dimensions, that 11 dimensions. All logic which moves systematically comes under length dimension. Length dimension is a power by itself. If you master the length dimension, anything which works as per the logic will be under your control. You are master of it. Almost 99.99% of the known Vyakta is logic, length dimension. Your idea of currency, your idea of ownership, your ideas about mathematics, almost much of your science other than the quantum physics and parallel universe. I want you to know these dimensions, only then I can take you to the next level of experience. With understanding about these dimensions, you yourself will know how the powers are manifesting and you will start playing with them. You getting comfortable with your consciousness and manifesting powers will start happening once you understand these 11 dimensions. Now I'm going to enter into the exact dimensions, that 11 dimensions. All logic which moves systematically comes under length dimension. Length dimension is a power by itself. If you master the length dimension, anything which works as per the logic will be under your control. You are master of it. Almost 99.99% of the known Vyakta is logic, length dimension. Your idea of currency, your idea of ownership, your ideas about mathematics, almost much of your science other than the quantum physics and parallel universe. I want you to know these dimensions, only then I can take you to the next level of experience. With understanding about these dimensions, you yourself will know how the powers are manifesting and you will start playing with them. You getting comfortable with your consciousness and manifesting powers will start happening once you understand these 11 dimensions. Now I'm going to enter into the exact dimensions, that 11 dimensions. All logic which moves systematically comes under length dimension. Length dimension is a power by itself. If you master the length dimension, anything which works as per the logic will be under your control. You are master of it. Almost 99.99% of the known Vyakta is logic, length dimension. Your idea of currency, your idea of ownership, your ideas about mathematics, almost much of your science other than the quantum physics and parallel universe. I want you to know these dimensions, only then I can take you to the next level of experience. With understanding about these dimensions, you yourself will know how the powers are manifesting and you will start playing with them. You getting comfortable with your consciousness and manifesting powers will start happening once you understand these 11 dimensions. Now I'm going to enter into the exact dimensions, that 11 dimensions. All logic which moves systematically comes under length dimension. Length dimension is a power by itself. If you master the length dimension, anything which works as per the logic will be under your control. You are master of it. Almost 99.99% of the known Vyakta is logic, length dimension. Your idea of currency, your idea of ownership, your ideas about mathematics, almost much of your science other than the quantum physics and parallel universe. I want you to know these dimensions, only then I can take you to the next level of experience. With understanding about these dimensions, you yourself will know how the powers are manifesting and you will start playing with them. You getting comfortable with your consciousness and manifesting powers will start happening once you understand these 11 dimensions. Now I'm going to enter into the exact dimensions, that 11 dimensions. All logic which moves systematically comes under length dimension. Length dimension is a power by itself. If you master the length dimension, anything which works as per the logic will be under your control. You are master of it. Almost 99.99% of the known Vyakta is logic, length dimension. Your idea of currency, your idea of ownership, your ideas about mathematics, almost much of your science other than the quantum physics and parallel universe. I want you to know these dimensions, only then I can take you to the next level of experience. With understanding about these dimensions, you yourself will know how the powers are manifesting and you will start playing with them. You getting comfortable with your consciousness and manifesting powers will start happening once you understand these 11 dimensions. Now I'm going to enter into the exact dimensions, that 11 dimensions. I bless you all. Let you all open all your 3 eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nitya.
Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyaadhilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam. Welcome to the Nithyananda TV. I'm Srinitya Rajananda Maharaj, and with me we have
Srinitya Ramanathananda Maharaj.
Nithyananda Maharaj. And today we have a special topic for you, all viewers today. The topic is a very important topic that is very important to Hindus today, and it's something that all Hindus should know about. It is Hindus are under attack. And it is something that we don't even come to know about very much from the media that we consume. And it is also with the divine guidance and the blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. He is doing a lot of work to bring us to the awareness of that Hindus are really being under attack. And especially if you see how when the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself has in the world, through the last so many years of his mission, created a Kailasa, and how he is just relentlessly attacked, persecuted, and even attempted murder. This is the way that if anyone stands up for Hinduism today, how they're even treated by the world. And this is a fact for not just the Hindu leaders. It's just because the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism stood up for Hinduism, stood up for the rights of Hindus, that he was being attacked. And if you see, many people are like this, who are just normal Hindus following Hinduism day to day, but they are also targeted. They are also suppressed. And this is not just some history that is a common. This is recent attacks have happened also, just on the streets.
An attack on a Hindu girl in the street of Delhi, where she was brutally attacked, by anti-Hindu gangs, and people kept watching it, and she was attacked, and she was brutally killed to death. She was stabbed 17 times by that person, and then at the end, he hit with a boulder on her brain, and it broke into 4 or 5 pieces. That brutal attack, it was there, and many of us, we never see that as an attack that is happening on Hindus, but it has been a very systematic attack on Hindus. Just because we are Hindus, we are being attacked, not because some accidental or some personal fight issues are there, but it's because we are Hindus, and that is why we are being attacked continuously. So this is being one incident,
Yes, and this is not just the only incident, Maharaj. Recently, we have seen in other cities, in other places, in Bangladesh, in even Kerala, and even in Udaipur, these same kind of incidents have been really have happened. And there's some part of the world trying to bring it out, but there is a lot of just silence and hush hush about it.
Yes.
But it is very important that we know this is such a very terrifying thing to hear.
Yes.
So violent, and it's absolutely shocking to be able to just hear these things. We don't hear these things happening in the streets of India. I mean, in the streets of any Hindu nation. But we have to bring ourselves to more and more awareness about these incidences, Maharaj.
It's see, one thing, like a lot of crimes do happen against Hindus. Hindus are continuously attacked, and at the same time, most of us are kept misinformed or even not informed about the various attacks that has been happening against us, the systematic attack that has happened. And this is where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been continuously working on to bring the attention to the Hindus, the amount of persecutions or the attack or the systematic attack that we have been going through. Most of the Hindus who are even aware of the attacks that happen, they do not see it as a planned attack against Hinduism because they are Hindu, that's why they are being attacked, but rather they see it as an independent incidents happening around, which is not true. And this is what Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been continuously putting his life and effort to bring this understanding to Hindus, that we whole Hindus are being
I bless you all. Let you all open all your 3 eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Nithyananda.
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 Sorry for that technical glitch, but we were talking about the Hindus under attack and how the recent events have shocked all of us, and we wanted to get this out to everyone and bring awareness to this. Two things mostly, that it is happening, and the second thing is that Hindus need to take more responsibility. They are the criminally negligent. They need to stand up more and do more to bring out this information to everyone as much as they can, discuss about it and talk about it, because it is very Hindu to even just to be able to see such an incident and think there is some adharma happening, I need to stop. Even we must be empowered to be able to just do that. At least that much as Hindus we should be able to do for ourselves.
Yes.
And empower ourselves that way. And in that same way, we are seeing the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism bring this clarity to all of us, that there is the attacks are happening still, and in many of the presidential addresses he has also shared how and even warned that these are happening and they are going to not stop. They are not going to, they're going to keep on going. When it is that you see that the events happening in one part of the country, it's going to happen in another part of the world, another part of the world. He was warning Hindus one by one and sharing that, look, you are facing it. Do you think that maybe the Bangladesh files are the end? No, they're going to come to your neighborhood. They're going to come to the person next door. They will come to your own family member, your own daughters and sisters and sister-in-laws. They all are in a danger. Like this, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is taking a responsible stance and telling all Hindus, stand up now. It is time, because, and giving a clear warning that it is very soon and very, very fast rate it is happening. And you are sharing how it is now. It is something that is, why is it and what is it that is stopping this information from becoming something to the level of the many leaders and many world organizations taking a stance and deciding to stop it? What is it that's stopping all of this from happening?
This is something really disturbing to understand, that what as a Hindu is preventing us from standing up to this. Because as a Hindu, as a born Hindu, we should be intolerant to the kind of violence or attacks that is happening to us and even to anyone. And this is, we do have lost the Hindu identity, if I have to say that, because we do not feel or identify ourselves as a Hindu, we have lost the Hindu values, Hindu teachings and principles. We are never, we have become, the more and more we have gone away, far away from the Hinduism, we have become more and more insensitive. And this is where Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is, through his teachings, initiations, has been helping millions of Hindus to build the Hindu identity in themselves. And many of the people that yes, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been doing, but still we see the many of the Hindus being very, very insensitive to the kind of attacks that are happening to them, and not being vigilant for the attacks that is happening, or not being active, to making other Hindus aware, or going to the global forums and presenting that the Hindu persecution is true, bringing attentions of the global forums, institutions, and presenting ourselves that this is there. Also, like, I would like to understand personally from the viewers who are watching here, that what could be the reason that Hindus have become so insensitive, that even though they see the brutal attacks happening on them, none of them stand for it. What could be the reason? We'd like to understand from the Hindus, and we want all of you who are watching us live to comment in the YouTube channel and tell us what you think could be the reason that why Hindus are being very so insensitive, or not being so active about presenting their side of the story, or even not understanding this basic thing that we are under attack.
Because the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is very clear that when it can happen to the daughters and the mothers and the sisters in Bangladesh, it can happen to our own sisters and mothers. And that is coming straight to the point. He's very clear in what he's saying. And why isn't that your question, as adding to your question, why isn't that we are not realizing his warning?
Exactly.
We're not realizing that he's telling something that is a reality, that can become a reality in just a matter of, in a few months or a few years. And that is the way that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is guiding us and training us to become sensitive to our Hindu identity, and to the facts that the Hindu identity is being continuously brutally attacked.
And very clearly, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has given us the facts about this, facts and figures, that how Hindus were spread across the 56 nations.
Yes.
Okay. And one by one, we have lost almost all the Hindu nations. So what he has been saying, that today or tomorrow they are attacking in Bangladesh or some other country, the Hindus are being attacked. Tomorrow it is going to be your neighbor.
Yes.
Then day after tomorrow it's going to be your own family who will be attacked. And that is completely true. We are seeing it. Almost out of all 56 Hindu nations, we have lost almost everything.
Yes.
Nothing is left. So it's a factual understanding that we need to have, that it's not far that it's going to be your family or you yourself are going to be attacked.
Yes. So then we have a clip for everyone now. So we're just bringing out a very sensitive topic as far as the information that is being presented, as well as they're telling Hindus that we are to do something to take responsibility. So we have a short clip where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is warning Hindus and telling Hindus not to be criminally negligent. So this is the word that we really want everybody to understand and cognize, and how we as Hindus are being criminally negligent. Even if you don't know, if you're not even a part of this, or not even a part of this kind of a situation, or never heard, but I'm sure like many people would have heard this kind of incidents is happening maybe 2 streets down from their house, or maybe in the other county, in the other district, this would have happened. This is something that is commonly discussed in this kind of in the Hindu world right now. But we want everyone to share, and we want to share with you a clip, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism sharing about how Hindus are criminally negligent and what they should do.
Now I'm going to enter into the exact dimensions that
the criminal negligent Hindus. If you are seeing, hearing the news about Bangladeshi Hindus are destroyed, and you just keep quiet, eat your shit, and live your third-rate life, you are a criminal negligent Hindu, and your son, your next generation, is not only not going to be Hindu, you don't have a right to have someone who is going to carry your name. That's why you are going to lose it. Criminal negligent society has no right to exist. You have no right to have future. One of the worst thing these criminally negligent Hindus tell is, they always think the Hinduism will be protected by somebody else. To justify their criminal negligence, They think, oh, Sanatana Hindu Dharma, it can never be destroyed. Bloody. Dash, 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 dash. Put beep sound and fill all the dirty words in this gap. See how much Hinduism was a living experience during your great-grandfather and grandfather, and now for you and your kids. Then tell whether Hinduism can be destroyed or not. It is already, it is there, almost ready for museum. I'm not going to let it die. That's different. I am going to revive. But be very clear. The criminal, negligent Hindus. We are treating Hindus with a very cute words like, oh, consumeristic Hindus. Hindus are caught in consumerism. That is the real problem. Many anti-Hindu forces are very active. Oh, Hindus are not united. Don't use all these decent words towards Hindus. Use straight word. Criminally negligent Hindus. Always bothered about one degree, one house, one spouse, 2 kids, 2 cars, bank balance, over. When you lose your next generation to atheism and other religions or consumerism or just any other lifestyle and ideology, coming and crying, oh Swamiji, I lost my next generation. They are not following me anymore, following Hinduism anymore. Not only they are not going to follow Hinduism anymore, they are not going to remember your name. And you fellows after death go and suffer in the Pitruloka without any Pitru or Pinda. Be very clear. Unless your next 7 generation gives you the Pinda, you are going to rot and die in Pitruloka. These are all not false lies. You will rot and die in Pitruloka if you don't take the responsibility for your next 7 generation to follow Hindu tradition and give you the Shraddha properly. If you have given Shraddha, you will see the mantra not only for your father, forefather, their forefather, it is for 7 generation. Be very clear. If you want a peaceful existence after death, make sure your 7 generation follows Hinduism and gives you Shraddha properly. Otherwise, get lost, rot in the Pitruloka. These are all not false. Hey, other religions talk only about one birth and they have their own solutions and all that. Hinduism is very clear. If you are a born Hindu, the greater science of life, the truth of the cosmos is this. Stop being criminally negligent. Learn to keep your next 7 generation Hindus and living, practicing Hindus. They should give proper Shraddha, Pindadarpana to you. Only then you are going to be in peace in the Pitruloka. Next 7 generation should give you Shraddha. So next 7 generation should follow Hinduism. Take collective integrity responsibility for that. Criminal, negligent, dash, 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 dash. If you are seeing, hearing, The news about Bangladeshi Hindus getting killed, destroyed, raped, butchered, and keeping quiet. You don't have a right to expect your daughters not to get raped by the anti-Hindus, the same guys who are raping the Bangladeshi Hindu women. Their kids are going to rape your daughters and your sisters, your next generation. Don't think you are safe. 100 years before, when Afghanistan Hindu women were getting raped, the Indian Hindus kept quiet, Pakistani Hindus kept quiet. Then 60 years before, Pakistani Hindus were getting raped, Indian Hindus kept quiet. Then this generation, Bangladeshi Hindus are getting raped, Indian Hindus are keeping quiet. Next generation, there will be nobody called Indian Hindus. That is where you are heading. And you are still believing your criminal negligence can be justified. The same people who are raping the Bangladeshi Hindu girls, actually the Bangladeshi Hindu girls are now getting raped. Those kids who are born out of that rape, they will come and rape your daughters and granddaughters in India. That's what is going to happen. That's where you guys are heading. Criminal, negligent Hindus. Your negligence is not casual, it is criminal negligence. Listen. All Hindus, listen. Your negligence is crossing all limits and becoming criminal negligence. Enough we wasted our time in criminal negligence. The way Hindus lost Hinduism last 100 years is unprecedented. Listen, unprecedented. It is so sad. Even though Hindus lost the whole Akhanda Bharat, shrinking in such terrorizing speed in last 100 years. And still these fellows are, oh, Sanatana Hindu Dharma cannot be destroyed. It is Sanatana means eternal, jing jing, jung jung. And they are trying to console me. Hey. I sincerely feel it is time to stop the erosion and revive the original Hindu principles as per Vedas and Agamas.
Nithyanandam. Yes, Maharaj, a wonderful and very powerful message from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. It is extremely dire situation, and he's explaining it very clearly. As he said, it'll be just your next generation. If you do not protect the next generation, how that will affect you spiritually, and how it will affect you after you have passed on in your Pitraloka. And he's telling so many details that Hindus have to now really stand up and become aware of. It is very important that he brings this out, and we can see, and we were just discussing that he is the one who is actually the example. If you see the way that he has built Kailasa, the Hindu nation, standing up for the 2 billion Hindus who are being brutally attacked, as we started this discussion on the brutal attack recently that happened on a Hindu girl. Now we can see that he is setting the example by bringing all of this to the world stage, literally going to the into the United Nations, and is saying that we are Hindus, we have been continuously been brutally attacked. We were 56 nations. Now we have become there is only one Hindu nation, that is the Kailasa. And he's bringing this to the world platform. So I would say that he is telling the criminally negligent Hindus, and he's also not just telling, he's also being an example of what to do, how to become active. And if you can shed more light on also some of the history and some of the events that also happened, and your thoughts also, Manish. Yes.
Yeah, we'll here in the video, the last video that we saw, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has given a clear, details on how the various Hindus are being persecuted, and one after another, we are getting attacked. And it's very important to understand the chain of events that has been happening for past thousands of years or more than thousands of years, that we Hindus have become completely ignorant of it. And our ignorance has caused more and more of violence against Hindus.
Yes.
More and more genocides that is happening against Hindu.
Yes.
And that's why it's a criminally negligent Hindu is the perfect word that Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has given to all of us.
Yes.
That word itself, I feel that it need to hit the Hindus.
Yes.
They need to awaken to this reality that their negligence is causing more and more crime.
Yes.
To the Hindus. And we are being criminally negligent when we see the attacks happening against Hindus wherever, whichever part of the world. And if we are silent, thinking it is happening to the other side, we are criminal.
Yes.
We are criminally negligent Hindus. We can look into some of the statistics, we all know that in few thousand years before, we had 56 Hindu nations. And now we are left with only one Hindu nation, that is Kailasa, which Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has built. And looking at those, if we look at the Hindu Holocaust, almost 10 crore Hindus, 100 million,
yes.
100 million Hindus has been made slave. Hindu women have been made sex slave, and various other forms of persecutions that we have gone through. Now we can look into some of the statistics. We request our team to project also some of the statistics.
These are recorded statistics that are there. These are numbers that have been passed on, but have been derived by doing so much of research. And yes, go ahead, Maharaj, we can continue.
Yeah, so we can look into some of the statistics. In the year of 1997, Muhammad of Ghazni, he almost killed 200,000 Hindu. He enslaved in the Sindh, Ujjain, and Malwa, Punjab, various other parts of ancient India. And these are the numbers. I hope that these numbers are going to be hitting more hard to Hindus, and they realize the continuous attack that has been happening is not just one or two. Only when we do the research and come up with the proper statistics, we get to know that it is not 1 and 2, but it is 1 and 2,000. Sometimes if you look at it, has been in millions that we have been persecuted. It's not just 1 or 2 that we always see as. In 1388, the massacre by the Tamur Lung, and he enslaved almost 750,000 Hindus. And these are such big number, 750,000 by just one of the invader, which is Tamur. Then looking into the 1556, and that is Abdullah Uzbek, who almost enslaved 500,000 Hindus. So when we look at this history, the year by year as it has been passing, hundreds and thousands of Hindus have been enslaved. And this is, to say a very list presentation of how much Hindus have gone through.
Yes.
Just saying enslaved, I'm sure many of them would not be feeling the intensity of the persecution or the suffering that the Hindus have gone through. And again, looking at the 1830 to the East India Company in Tirunelveli, almost 275,000 Hindus were enslaved. Going 1830, again by the same East India Company, almost 215,900 Hindus were enslaved.
And these statistics are going to be, these statistics are still continuing, Maharaj.
Yes.
And that's what we're seeing, even that even in 1971, Hindu genocide happened, just as recent as 1971, just a matter of 40 years before, that 400,000 Hindu women were raped and they became prisoner of war, and we know that just means they become sex slaves. And that is as recent as just 40 years ago that we are seeing this happen. And this story these informations are not out there. This information is only, as of now, just a discussion between maybe just you and me happening. That is the scary thing here, that it is just hush hush and is quiet information. It is not out there coming to standing up for Hindu rights, standing up for the lives of all of these women. Where are they? Why is it that they are all being targeted, and why are they just stolen away and completely massacred? And this bringing out this knowledge and having this discussion and taking it to the world front is actually the work that we are seeing the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism doing, taking all of these stories, taking them and being the voice for all of them. And then also, this is a human genocide we're seeing, but we are also able to see that there is a lot of just the cultural destruction, just removing as much as we can the Hindu identity by wiping out the history, wiping out the sources of where this history is kept, the libraries and the temples and the temple ecosystems. And we can see here, Maharaj, there are so many statistics that we can ask our team to project the collapse of how these 56 nations were destroyed, because the invaders found out that the temples were the center of these ecosystems, and they targeted them and just immediately started destroying them. And we can just tell the numbers there about the massive 2,000-year history of just this completely wiping out.
Yes, here when we are presenting data, we are taking few dimensions of the attack that has happened. The systematic attack that has happened has been multi-dimensional attack on Hinduism. Culturally, we have been completely wiped out all our cultural symbols and the places of worships, even the Hindu identities. All that has been systematically wiped out in the multitude of attacks that has happened. Looking at the collapse of the 56 Hindu nation, specifically from the view of the temples. So more than 10 million temples and 10,000 enlightenment ecosystem has been destroyed till now. 10,000 enlightenment ecosystems which were meant to make the Hindus experience the ultimate of their life.
Yes.
And these enlightenment ecosystems were also a place which brought the global peace, global prosperity to the humanity. All these places were completely ruined and destroyed. Looking at some more facts on this one, 500 BC to 1800 CE, India almost 2,000 temples were destroyed and converted to the mosque. And from 1992 to 3, the Bangladesh, almost 1,000 temples
just in 1 year.
Just in one year,
just in 1
almost 1,000 temples were destroyed. And most of us do not know about this, the amount of destruction that is happening. Only when we present the statistics of the destruction that is happening, we even get to know about it.
Yes. So right now, thank you, Maharaj, for the statistics. And this is a very terrifying to see this complete Hindu Holocaust happening. And 10 million Hindu temples and 10,000 enlightenment ecosystems were destroyed. This, we just wanted to lead to a short break. We have more coming up about this topic, about the Hindu Holocaust and about the recent information about the brutal attacks on Hindus. So just stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Eleven dimensions. All logic which moves systematically comes under length dimension. Length dimension is a power by itself. If you master the length dimension, anything which works as per the logic will be under your control. You are master of it. Almost 99.99% of the known Vyakta is logic, length dimension. Your idea of currency, your idea of ownership, your ideas about mathematics, almost much of your science other than the quantum physics and parallel universe. I want you to know these dimensions, only then I can take you to the next level of experience. With understanding about these dimensions, you yourself will know how the powers are manifesting, and you will start playing with them. You getting comfortable with your consciousness and manifesting powers will start happening once you understand these 11 dimensions. Now I'm going to enter into the exact dimensions, that 11 dimensions. All logic which moves systematically comes under length dimension. Length dimension is a power by itself. If you master the length dimension, anything which works as per the logic will be under your control. You are master of it. Almost 99.99% of the known Vyakta is logic, length dimension. Your idea of currency, your idea of ownership, your ideas about mathematics, almost much of your science other than the quantum physics and parallel universe. I want you to know these dimensions, only then I can take you to the next level of experience. With understanding about these dimensions, you yourself will know how the powers are manifesting, and you will start playing with them. You getting comfortable with your consciousness and manifesting powers will start happening once you understand these 11 dimensions.
Nithyanandam, thank you all for joining us. And we were just having a discussion, myself and Sri Nithyananda Maharaj, talking about the Hindu attack and how this has been a history from from around more than 2000 years. And the two parts that we've been discussing is the massive reduction and just killing off murderously the Hindu population, and as well as the destruction of the Hindu Enlightenment ecosystems that sustain our people. And these are the Hindu temples. 10 million Hindu temples have been completely wiped out in the last 2000 years of what we want to share with everyone. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is again and again telling us and bringing us to the reality check that we are victims of a Hindu Holocaust. We have seen this happen, and this is something that we should really, as Hindus now, tell each other, discuss, and put it out there as much as possible. So yes, we were telling some of the facts of the Hindus, and we have a few more also. Of course, there's hundreds and thousands of temples destroyed, but the very prominent ones that are being also knowing, maybe many Hindus today will be knowing, including the Inquisition of Goa. 600 temples inside Goa were destroyed, and there were laws implemented even to just forbidding people to repair temples. We, as Hindus, we have the intention that if it is destroyed, we are ready. We have our life to rebuild our temples. So that is the case. But there is unfortunately lawfare done to stop even that sacred sentiment of Hindus. And we are seeing there's so many more history. Just in July 7th, 2017, a 200-year-old temple was destroyed in Jaipur, and the Meenakshi Amman temple was set on fire.
Yes,
but it was shown as an accident in the media, and it was just as recent as February 3rd, 2018. So we are seeing all of these happen, and we see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism share that we were a 56 nation. We were such a stronghold and a contributor to the world. And it ranged from all the way from the Kandahar, which is just a little bit above the current states in Asia, and all the way down to the islands of Bali and all of these countries, Indonesia. This size was known as Akhanda Bharat. And this word, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself shared with everyone back in 2018, telling and giving everybody as much as he can the information that he stands for those 56 nations, those enlightenment ecosystems in there, and he is building Kailasa to just keep those flames all alive. And it is that in this news about Akhanda Bharat has also reached the new parliament, and there they are sharing the new Indian parliament, and they are also giving a map of this beautiful Akhanda Bharat. Yes. If you can share a bit more about this news, Maharaj.
So recently, it was inaugurated, the Indian Parliament, which depicts about the 56 nations, Hindu nations, and to say that we'll watch the clip also to get the actual scene of how it looks.
Yeah.
But to say that Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism from the very beginning of his mission.
Yes.
He has been working to again revive all those 56 Hindu nations.
Yes.
And the Sampradaya, which they represented.
Yes.
The various manifestations of Paramashiva who represented every single nation. Paramashiva himself mentions in the Agama about the names of 56 Hindu nations. It was established by him. And Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, as the incarnation of Paramashiva, is again reviving. If we look at the various temples and Kailasas that were built, that has been built by Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, is exactly they are the epicenter of the revival of all those 56 nations that we are going to be seeing. And the actual glory, of 56 Hindu nations, how Paramashiva envisioned it, how he wanted it to be there, is actually Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is bringing that reality again.
Yes.
We also get to see that glimpse as in the Indian Parliament, which has been inaugurated and being recognized as the 56 Hindu nations.
Yes.
So we'll watch that clip also, no?
Yes, we can see the information about this news.
Yes.
At one point during the Mahabharata war, Sanatana Hindu Dharma had 56 nations, 200 states and 1,700 provinces all over the planet Earth. Understand, during Mahabharata we had 56 nations, 200 states, 1,700 provinces practicing Hinduism as a state religion. It's coming back. It's coming back. It's bouncing back. and it is revived. Understand? It is revived. At one point during the Mahabharata war, Sanatana Hindu Dharma had 56 nations, 200 states and 1,700 provinces all over the planet Earth. Understand, during Mahabharata we had 56 nations, 200 states, 1,700 provinces practicing Hinduism as a state religion. It's coming back. It's coming back. It's bouncing back. And it is revived. Understand?
Nithyanandam, welcome back. Yes, it is beautiful to see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism reviving Hinduism and giving powerfully Hindus today and giving an opportunity for Hindus today to have a stronger Hindu identity. And that is what we experience inside the Paramashivam programs. It is in the programs that you are given an experiential understanding of the Paramashivam. Maharaj, you want to share about the Paramashivam program?
Paramashivam program is a complete transformative program for an individual. Looking at this, the whole thing that we have been talking about, the Hindus being under attack, one of the main reasons that we Hindus never standing and being criminally negligent is not understanding what Hinduism has for an individual and for the world.
Yes.
We have forgotten its relevance for this one. And this is what Paramashivam program is meant to do, to make you experience why Hinduism is important for you, why Hinduism has importance for the whole world. It can literally make you realize what we have been looking to. Most of us, being criminally negligent Hindus and at the same time bringing so much of suffering to ourselves, being completely away from Hinduism. The various things that we lack in our life, through this program, Paramashivam program, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been awakening the consciousness of every single individual, making them realize the ultimate purpose of their life.
Yes.
And making them understand that, why being Hindu is a proud for you. This is where we have all been lacking, and we have been all lacking, why to follow Hinduism? What is there in it? What is there for me or what is there for the world? But this is, and people keep looking for these solutions. We have seen many videos when people get converted to the another religions, they say like they do not know why they are following Hinduism. They do not have the answer to the basic questions that is put in front of them. Why they need to follow Hinduism. And these are the various reasons why people continue to distance themselves from Hinduism. And here, as part of that, understanding the requirements of every Hindu, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has brought this program, personally designed by him, guided by him. And he himself has been taking these sessions to answer all these questions of the Hindus. Why Hinduism is needed for you, how it is useful, relevant to you, how it is relevant for the whole of the humanity, what it can contribute to you. And this program not just gives answer to all the questions that you may have or you have it, but rather also it gives you the experience, the subjective experience of it.
Yes. It is very important to have experience because that deepens our understanding of what even a Hindu identity can be. Because many people may even just understand a Hindu identity as far as maybe how they look or how they think about what is their life, just these few questions. But when in this Paramashivam program You got a deeper understanding from your being itself. You get an understanding that you are a consciousness. You are beyond just the body and the mind that can also have a Hindu identity, but you are a consciousness that has been existing for time immemorial, and you will exist forever. These kind of very subtle truths that are there in the scriptures, that are there in Hinduism, become an experiential understanding inside you. You will understand, simply understand, you are an eternal being. You're something not just more than mind and body. It can be just a fraction of a second experience, but it can be a powerful understanding for the rest of your life. That is the possibility that happens in the Paramashivam programs. And why we say this is because we have the sessions going on right now. Right now, you can join the session for free. The session is going on. Just scan the QR code that is there at the bottom of the screen, or just give a WhatsApp message to the number that is being projected to you, inquiring about how you can register for the Paramashivam program immediately and join this session. It is something that you don't want to miss, because for the next few more days, at least until July 3rd, we will be having sessions going on continuously. And these are all free to anyone. And this is something that everyone should take an opportunity to empower themselves with, an experiential understanding from the most legitimate and the most authentic expression and incarnation of Paramashiva today, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, who is here to revive Hinduism, who is here telling the message to deepen our Hindu identity, to help us take responsibility really, and come out of our criminal negligence and really address these atrocities that are happening on the streets, where Hindu girls are just being brutally murdered just like that, and just others are just not able to even have a dharmic sense to say something wrong is happening, I need to do something. Such is the level at which we need to revive Hindu dharma. And it is only the Hindu way, the most life positive way, to be able to revive it. And this sensitivity can really be initiated by a guru in our lives. And it is very important in this way for us to just join the activities of Kailasa. If you want to have more information, give your comment, sign the QR code and or message the WhatsApp number and say that you're interested in learning about how to have an experiential understanding, and you don't want to be a criminal negligent Hindu anymore. You want to do something. That's enough. That's the first step. That is a beautiful first step. So now we have beautifully come to an understanding of the solution. How Kailasa, how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is presenting a solution to all the Hindus who are criminally negligent, and how to empower them so that they can prevent any further Hindu attacks. And these kind of brutal things can be stopped before they even happen. And we can, the way to do it is to really talk about it, discuss, and we really encourage discussion. Please share this video and have this discussion with more and more people. Join the discussion on in the Paramashivam, and reach out to us by calling the WhatsApp number. Thank you all for joining today's session. Do you have any final things that you wanted to say, Maharaj, before we end today?
Yes. Before we actually enter into the session, into the satsang that is going to happen by Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and also, as Maharaj was saying, that all of you have this opportunity to attend Paramashivam program, once in a lifetime opportunity. See, as a Hindu, it's the pain of everyone, that we keep looking for solutions in our life. We have lost it. That is the harsh reality. That is the truth. We have lost it. Here only Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is giving, bringing all these lost sciences, making it a reality for every single individual. And out of his great, immense compassion, he is making it freely available also.
Yes.
So the least we ignorant Hindu, the criminally negligent Hindu can do is to come to program, attend it, and be part of the change. Bring transformation in your life. And I can guarantee that people who attend to the Paramashivam program are going to be completely different. They cannot return the same as they came into the program. So here, being as I know, like, the pain of not knowing or not having the real identity of you. As a human being, we always look for identity. We always associate ourselves with some identity. When you lose the Hindu identity, you would have associated with some Ravi's identity in your life, and it's painful, torturous for people. And that's why they have been looking for solutions. And here, everything is being given for completely free by Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. We will have the various Jnana segment where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, all the various revelations from the scriptures on building the Hindu identity, building the person, the building a very individual, the self is being given. And also in Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself will be gracing with the various manifestations of Paramashiva. Manifestations of Paramashiva giving initiations, awakening the DNA, the dormant Hindu DNA that they have within, and bringing that life back again to them.
Yes.
Bringing all those higher truths of
Yes.
Hinduism, the highest principle of Hinduism, making it as a reality in them.
Yes.
And that is what they cannot get it anywhere.
Yes.
And that too, without putting any effort, they are going to get it here.
Yes.
So here you just have to be in the program. You just have to be sitting there, just being available and surrendering yourself to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And through his immense compassion, he is going to bring all the changes.
Yes.
And bring all the subjective experience, make all those higher truths of Hinduism, make your subjective experience.
Yes, Maharaj. That is the reality. And it is not just for yourself, but you can also take this opportunity to bring your children, bring all of the members of your family to come and have this experience, empower themselves.
Yes.
Maybe you may not be able to catch on to the truths that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is giving out, but we always find that our children are always very intelligent. They can catch everything very beautifully. And it is very important because the current narratives that the anti-Hindu education system is giving, these narratives
At one point during the Mahabharata war, Sanatana Hindu Dharma had 56 nations, 200 states and 1,700 provinces all over the planet Earth. Understand, during Mahabharata we had 56 nations, 200 states, 1,700 provinces, practicing Hinduism as a state religion. It's coming back. It's coming back. It's bouncing back. And it is revived. Understand? It is revived.
But that empowerment and just giving them that knowledge that they can be they can take the truths of Hinduism and take it to their everyday life, just like how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is sharing. That is itself a chance for all of your family, for everyone around you to take the benefit. And it is important because this is also a way that you can be a contributing Hindu, a responsible Hindu coming out of your criminal negligence. It's just that you don't even have this kind of a conversation with your spouse or with your children. It is just a matter of just putting them in front of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and seeing how they catch on. You'll see that the way that after bringing your family to Swamiji, you'll see that everybody's transformation individually adds to the collective healing of the family and progression of the family. And this is just an invitation for all Hindus out there to come and join the Paramashivam program as a family. And now, Maharaj, we are going to lead to the most awaited part of the NTB. We're going to see the satsang by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let us prepare ourselves for this, for having the darshan and witnessing the satsang. So before we move into the satsang, please come to a meditative space of deep restful awareness. Bring your awareness to your breathing. Inhale and exhale as slowly as possible and as deeply as possible. Visualize Paramashiva having 25 heads, 75 eyes, and 50 arms. Deeply connect with Paramashiva, chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
அடிமுடி காணாத கண்ணாமலைநாதனே, ஆனந்த உருதாங்கி அவனில் உதித்தவனே. அடிமுடி காணாத கண்ணாதாங்கி அவனில் உதித்தவனே. சோதிமலை தனிலே சுயம்பாகி நின்றவனே, ஆதி குருநாதனே ஆனந்தனே. சோதிமலை தனிலே சுயமாகி நின்றவனே, ஆதி குருநாதனே ஆனந்தனே ஆனந்தனே. நித்யானந்தம் 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 நித்யானந்தம்.
சம்பந்தன் பாடிய சங்கரன் சதா சிவன்,
உருவாகி திருவடி தலை காட்டி அருவி உருவாகி ஆனந்தம் தனை ஊட்டி திருவே குருவாகி திருவடி தலை காட்டி அருவி உருவாகி ஆனந்தம் தனை ஊட்டி அவனியில் அவலங்கள் ஆழ்துயர் தனை நீக்கி ஆனந்தமாகிட வந்த நித்யானந்தனே அவனியில் அவலங்கள் ஆழ்துயர் தனை நீக்கி ஆனந்தமாகிட வந்த நித்யானந்தனே ஆனந்தனே நித்யானந்தனே ஆனந்தனே நித்யானந்தனே 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 காவியுடை தாங்கி சடகங்கை தனி தாங்கி மலைமகள் பார்வதி மனம் கவர் மகேசன் காவியுடை தாங்கி சடகங்கை தனை தாங்கி மலைமகள் பார்வதி மனம் கவர் மகேசன் ஆலவாயேசனவன் யோகியரின் ரூபமாய் வந்த நித்யானந்தமே ஆலவாயேசனவன் யோகியரின் ரூபமாய் வந்த நித்யானந்தமே சரி சதா தத்த சத பத பக சரி கபத சா
சரி சதத்த தத்த சத பத பத சரி கபத சா
கரி கரி சரி சரி சத கபத சகரி
ரி சரி சத 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 பசரி கபத சா
சகரி பகத பசதரி சகரி சா
கண்டவர் விண்டிடவும் விண்டவர் போற்றிடவும் கண்கவர் ரூபமாய் காணாதவர் கண்டிடவும் கண்டவர் விண்டிடவும் விண்டவர் போற்றிடவும் கண்கவர் ரூபமாய் காணாதவர் கண்டிடவும் இடை மீது ஏறியே விமலனாம் ஈசனவன் வாழ்வின் விடையாகி வந்த நித்யானந்தனே இடை மீது ஏறியே விமலனாம் ஈசனவன் வாழ்வின் விடையாகி வந்த நித்யானந்தனே ஆனந்தனே நித்யானந்தனே
அகமதை ஆட்கொண்ட ஆனந்த நாயகன் ஆனந்த வாழ்வதை ஆசையாய் தந்தவன் அகமதை ஆட்கொண்ட ஆனந்த நாயகன் ஆனந்த வாழ்வதை ஆசையாய் தந்தவன் இன்னல்கள் நீக்கிய இன்பங்கள் தந்திட இகலோக குருவாக வந்த நித்யானந்த
Paramashiva-samarambam Nithyanandeshwari Paramashakti-madhyamam Asmadacharya-paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. I welcome you all with my love and respects. I welcome all the living, practicing Hindus, de facto Kailashians from all over the world. I welcome all the Sarvanyapita Kartas, Ejamans, Manifestors, Sarvabarityahis, Shrimahans, Mahans, Kotaris, Tanedar, visitors, viewers, Kayakalpa Yoga participants, Kailasas e-Gurukul students, Kailasas NHU students, Kailasas ambassadors, diplomats, e-diplomats, citizens, consulate generals, supporters, Mantreshwaras, Vidyeshwaras, Ganeshwaras, Lokeshwaras, Astreshwaras. I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. Paramashiva's message directly from Kailasa. Deepavali blessings to all of you, the whole universe. Let this Deepavali bring all the auspiciousness to Kailasa and Kailashians and all the Hindus and all the whole world, all the beings of the whole world and all the beings of the universe. Blessings to all of you on this auspicious Deepavali. Let all the auspiciousness shower on every one of us. Blessings, blessings, blessings to all of you. Paramashiva's grace be on all of you. Paramashiva's blessings be on all of you. Paramashiva's energy be on all of you. Paramashiva showers all the auspiciousness, health, wealth, bliss, enlightenment, powers, knowledge, integrity, auspiciousness, Paramashivatva, all the best things of the universe on every one of us. Paramashiva, 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 Paramashiva. Paramashiva's message on this auspicious Deepavali day blessings and an important message. Don't be a criminal, negligent Hindus. Listen. Don't be criminally negligent Hindus. I'll expand. Why Hinduism need to be protected, how Hinduism is real, why we need to keep the Hinduism alive for the next generation, socially, politically, to the world, what Hinduism is going to contribute individually. How Hinduism will contribute for you. Keeping Hinduism alive, how it will help the next generation, the whole world, how it is going to solve the serious problems collectively humanity is facing. How you need to keep Hinduism alive even for your personal reasons. Last so many satsangs I have given many truths. Now I'll compile and present the whole thing to all of you. With Paramashiva's grace, it's going to be a very powerful, long, detailed, elaborate satsang, darshan, initiation, session, and live question answers. I can see already the messages in YouTube and Facebook. I will answer all your questions live. I'll give you a few minutes because this is going to be a very powerful initiation. You can get your Atmalinga, you can get your kids, pets, you can call your friends, family, whoever you feel should have this Deepavali initiation, Deepavali blessings. Gather all of them. Yes, please listen. Today, Deepavali day, is the day I settled into the body from the deep Nirvikalpa Samadhi, the great pause. See, even though I am born as incarnation, with a full awareness and clarity and the purpose of my mission and knowledge, after assuming this body multiple times, I had a great pause, a deep Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Few occasions I'll tell you. When Arunagiri Yogeshwara touched me, gave that Paramashivoham experience, unclutching, Nirvikalpa Samadhi, that time, that great pause has happened. When he took me to Kailasa, inside the Arunachala hill, that time, it was actually literally sucked me back into Kailasa and gave that great pause experience. Then, at the age of 12, during Vishaka Purnima, which I call enlightenment experience, that time had this great pause. Again. Then again, in 2000, I had this great pause once again. Multiple times it repeated. This 2000, At that time, when this great pause happened, it lasted for quite a long time, many number of years. At, I should say, in your time, the planet Earth time, it may be months, but in the vertical time zone, it was like years and eons. So on the Deepavali day, 2000, I settled into the body with a powerful Paramashakti, Mahakali's compassionate, loving, blissful darshan, manifestation. With that Paramashakti settled into this body, Paramashiva started manifesting in this body. Today, again that great pause repeated. That's the reason it took a lot of time for me to settle down, come back and start the satsang. But I tell you guys, I might have made you all wait for 6-7 hours because the original plan was Indian Standard Time. 9 o'clock, the program will start. November 4th evening, November 4th night, 9 o'clock. But it has gone so many hours. Now it's already November 5th in India and it's already morning 4 o'clock. I might have made you wait whole night, but I was intensely connected to all of you, raising all of you, preparing all of you for this great initiation session, darshan, now going to happen, now manifesting. So I tell you guys, you will realize end of the session, the wait was worth. The wait was worth. This will be the best Deepavali spiritual gift you will all be receiving. So call any of your friends, family, anyone who wants to come, anyone whom you think should enjoy this, call all of them. Let them all be here to receive this Deepavali gift. So the first statement, Sanatana Hindu Dharma is real. Listen. Sanatana Hindu Dharma is real. Paramashiva is real. Listen. Human mind, through modern science, can decode only up to the 4 powers. The last few satsangs I was explaining. Power of gravity, electromagnetic force, light, nuclear force, means soft nuclear power, and strong nuclear force. These are the 4, only 4. Human mind is able to decode using the science. Whatever you know about parallel universe, quantum physics, everything falls under just this 4. But Hinduism, using the power of consciousness, has penetrated, revealed details, philosophy, principles, science, and applied science of all the 14 powers. The fifth force, fifth power is consciousness. Listen. Fifth power is consciousness. Using consciousness. The sixth power, seventh power, eighth power, ninth, up to 14th, Hinduism has revealed elaborately, not just philosophy, principle, science, even the applied science, how it can be used. Please understand, one of the greatest problem the modern day human beings are facing, global warming, can be solved just by understanding fifth force, consciousness. Listen, ancient civilizations, 49 documented ancient civilizations, Egyptian civilization, Mesopotamian, different ancient civilizations. Many of them had alternative, non-exploitative energy sources, resources. Listen. Pyramid was actually used for energy without destroying the nature. Renewable and sustainable energy source. Pyramids are built for that purpose. Please understand, each civilization, ancient civilizations, had different methodology, technology for energy without destroying the nature, without putting the planet Earth in risk. But just last 400 years, the madness of the humanity, by uprooting 48 out of 49 ancient civilizations. I want all of you to know, in the 49 ancient civilizations, Hinduism is the only surviving civilization. Please listen. That is why I say Hinduism is the only Earth's oldest surviving civilization. Other than Hinduism, all the 48 has already gone to museum. Today you don't know how to generate energy using pyramids. You can just go and see pyramids. Like museum piece. It's a museum piece. But not living, not functional. Please understand. If you Hindus are continuing to be criminally negligent, don't try to justify your laziness with the false beliefs. Hinduism is Sanatana, eternal. It can't be destroyed. Stop all that hypocritical words, ideas to justify your laziness. More than laziness, I should say, your criminal negligence. Understand? I want all Hindus to understand. Listen to this again and again. Nothing can be, no modern medical science can even compete with the understanding of the body, mind, medicine, disease to the depth the Hindu medicinal system has gone. Understand? The whole Hindu civilization is not marketing based, not copyright based, not selling based, not productizing ideology based. That is the strength of Hinduism. It was pure truth, 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 truth. Greatest science. That is the strength of the Hinduism. Understand? I have studied hundreds of Hindu medicine books. I have not come up with one line, one idea to manipulate, exploit this knowledge of medicine for the sake of any interest, like a money, name and fame, glory. In multiple materia medica, Hindu materia medica documents, the author does not even want to name himself. He says, so many of my gurus, my siddhas, my ancestors transmitted this knowledge to me. So let my ancestors' name be documented. That is why in multiple Hindu medicinal documents, you will find the names like Agastya, Boha, Siddha. Means it is their Guru Parampara's name. Of course, Agastya himself has wrote multiple volumes and many books. And he himself manifested through many bodies and wrote. All that is true. Many of our ancestors, please understand, I am not underestimating Agastya's contribution. I am not disrespecting Agastya's contribution. I want all of you to know. Understand what I am trying to tell. Many people, adepts who mastered Hindu medicine, wrote materia medica, diagnosing methods, wrote details about medicines, physical problems, mental problems, conscious problems, emotional problems. They don't even want to reveal their names. Forget about copywriting. All Hindus, don't get cheated by people telling you Brahmins exploit the society. No. Brahmins were the poorest caste, poorest people till now. Till now, only the few Brahmins who ran away from India, escaped and saved themselves, got some jobs in US, became like auditors, lawyers and engineers, made little money, are living a decent life. Don't imagine Brahmins are living a wealthy, rich life. No. The sacrifice of the Brahmin forefathers and all the knowledge they gathered, not even 1% of the copyright wealth. Listen. Listen to this punch strongly. This is the truth. Anti-Hindus wrote their history on the blood of Hindus. Hindu ancestors wrote their history in the DNA of the Hindus. Listen, this statement, internalize this statement. This one statement is enough. Anti-Hindus wrote their history with the blood of the Hindus. Hindu ancestors wrote their history inside the DNA of the Hindus. Don't think our ancestors are fools. Hey, if our ancestors, what are you talking? Constantly, the anti-Hindu narrative is trying to show our ancestors are fools. Before even any of the modern day civilization cities were born, we had fully gold coated, fully gold covered temples. Even now, many of those temples and monuments, nobody can compete. Nobody can replicate with all the modern machineries. Listen. Thousands and thousands and thousands of things I can talk. I can tell you whether the aircrafts, Pushpaka Vimanas, which can fly not from one place to another place, which can fly from one plane to another plane. And the way the temples were organized all over the Bharat in a very systematic, straight lines. When there was no so-called methods to see the planet from above. The modern science claims we were able to see the planet Earth from above only few hundred years before. Be very clear, few thousand years before. Straight line temples from Rameshwaram to Kedarnath. If you put a line, exactly on 79, all the major Shiva temples will be there. You put it and see. Kalasti, Thiruvannamalai, Rameshwaram, up to Kedarnath. 79 line. How our ancestors know Mahakal temple is the linga, that place where the line crosses. The time, center of the time exists. I tell you, not just one or two. I can speak thousands and thousands of things, whether things related to inner science, things related to agriculture, things related to transportation, in every field. The knowledge of Hindus see, it is all not just documented, verifiable. Even now, practically usable. Hinduism is real. I can give millions of proofs. future of the humanity is dependent on the revival of Hinduism. Listen. Future of the humanity is dependent on the revival of Hinduism. Do not take Hinduism for granted. Do not think Hinduism is not in any imminent danger, that we can protect it next generation. First, let me have the criminally negligent, comfortable Hindu life. What I call is one wife, 2 kids, 2 car, 1 house, bank balance. Criminally negligent, comfortable, luxurious Hindu life doesn't bother about anything else. Don't think you can afford the criminally negligent Hindu life any further. Extremely important truth. Let me repeat. We can't wait. We can't postpone taking action to balance the climate and protect humanity. Climate change is the biggest problem. It's not imagination. It's not story. It's not theory. Hinduism can really solve the problems of the climate change. It can save the planet Earth and humanity. Just a few billionaires invest 1% of their wealth, not much, 1% of their wealth, start doing research in the field of consciousness, the Hindu way of energy, Hindu way of not just the fuel related, the energy of body, energy of mind, energy for our vehicles, energy for our electricity, everything is interconnected, and Hinduism can give a very big breakthrough. Anyone who does little research, I can give you the clear theses and theories and principles. Little research in an organized way, not just you will get Nobel Prize, you will find alternative solutions for fossil fuels. You can not just solar energy, multiple alternative solutions, and we can save planet Earth. Because we Hindus always were coexisting with nature. We are nature lovers, non-violent, coexisting with nature. Listen. I'm not telling you any stories. I'm not giving you some myths. I'm revealing the truths. The truths which can impact, make individual life better, and which can impact and make the human life on the planet Earth best. In every level, in every field. The knowledge source, the knowledge strength. Please listen to these words. I'm using different words. Knowledge source, knowledge strength. Knowledge source means the principles and philosophies through which we derive knowledge and conclusions. Knowledge strength means the knowledge which has already become practical, reality, established, and become part of our life immediately. In both level, in every field, the achievement of Hinduism is unimaginable. I tell you, you don't need to search here and there for any living example. I am the living example. Last 27 years of my public life, whatever we documented, my satsangs, my sharings, classes. See, I started living public life and started sharing, teaching last 26 years. When I was 16, I started. And now last 26, 27 years. Now I am 43. Whatever we documented last 27 years, my public satsangs, classes, programs, teachings, sessions, if you see this, you will understand every thought, current, principle, knowledge source I am revealing, powerful cognitions I am revealing, can never it could have never gone into my system through any formal education related to 5 senses, by reading or thinking or listening. No human being can reveal such vast by receiving it from outside. Please understand, whatever I revealed last 27 years is purely from Nirvikalpa Samadhi. That is why I am continuously sharing. So the first truth I want all of you to know, Hinduism is real. Second truth, it needs to be kept alive for the humanity to be alive, for planet Earth to be alive. Oh Hindus, don't continue to be criminally negligent. Listen carefully. I am not even demanding you should get into the streets and protest. I know your practical problems. I am not even calling you for a non-violent protest also. Forget about violence. Violence, even Hinduism does not agree. Even Hinduism does not attest violence, accept violence. Hinduism does not accept violence. That's one. Second, even for the non-violent protest, I am not calling you guys to the streets. At least in the internet. See, internet is the largest populated city. At any given time, 2 billion people are living in the internet. And I want all of you to know, like each city is built by one civilization. I want the whole world to know internet is built by Hindus. In Microsoft, you can write programs in Telugu and Tamil. So many people know Telugu and Tamil. Of course, they don't write. I am saying internet is built by Hindus. Oh Hindus, at least the city you built, use that city to tell your side of the story to the world. world needs to know the Hindu narrative. If you don't tell your side of the story, Hindu narrative, the anti-Hindu narrative will be accepted. That will become legitimate. That is what is happening now. The anti-Hindu narrative is becoming legitimate. I don't know how many of you know. So many Hindu women are raped in Bangladesh. Hindus are killed in Bangladesh. Hindu properties are robbed. So much Hindus are going through in Bangladesh, and Hindu social media accounts are all blocked. They can't even tell the world their sufferings. Listen, oh Hindus, listen. 5 generations before, when Hindu women were getting raped, Hindus' properties are getting robbed, Hindus were getting murdered in Afghanistan. All Hindus in Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Burma, everywhere kept quiet. Then the Hindu women who got raped in Afghanistan, their kids, naturally those kids are not going to grow up as Hindus. Those kids, when they grew up, the 4th generation, 4 generations before, sorry, not 4th generation, 4 generations before, the kids who are born for the 5 generations before Hindus, see, 5 generations before, when Hindus are getting raped in Afghanistan, all the Hindus in Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, everywhere, they kept quiet. Criminally negligent Hindu lifestyle. Then, 4 generations before, the kids who are born for the Afghanistan women who got raped, those kids, they entered Pakistan and started raping Hindu women, robbing Hindu properties, and murdering Hindus. Again, Hindus in Balochistan, Hindus in Punjab, Hindus in India, Hindus in Bangladesh, everywhere they continue to live the criminal negligent lifestyle. Then, 3 generations before, the Hindu women started getting raped in Afghanistan, the Pakistan, Bangladesh, everywhere. Again, the criminally negligent Hindus kept quiet. Now, last 2 generations, these people who are born due to the rape happened on Hindu women, those kids, their generation is raping the Hindu women in Bangladesh, robbing all the properties of the Hindus, murdering the Hindus. So you Hindus still continue to live the criminally negligent lifestyle. So this generation, the kids who are born out of this rape, are naturally going to enter into India, West Bengal, Kerala, all over, and going to rape your women of this generation, and you will continue to live your criminally negligent Hindu lifestyle. They will breed, and the next generation kids who are born out of this rape, they are going to go out and rape the Hindus all over the world. Please be very clear. Your criminally negligent Hindu lifestyle is responsible for everything related to Hinduism getting wiped out. If you are still in the delusion, Hindus are majority in India, you are fool. You are a fool. You are deluded fool. Organized minority who have the political control, media control, who have the strong lobby in administration, bureaucracy, judiciary, in every field, is the real power centers. Be very clear. It is who is organized and be a power center. Who is power center? If you are still thinking Hindus are majority in India, you are fool. You are deluded. Be very clear. I am not talking about just India or Nepal. I am presenting the truth to the whole world. All of you, all over the world, all the Hindus all over the world need to wake up. Hinduism is real. Hinduism need to be kept alive. Listen, let me repeat. Hinduism is real. Hinduism need to be kept alive. You Hindus need to wake up from this criminally negligent Hindu lifestyle. Constantly bothered only about your personal luxuries and comforts, not bothered about this great civilization which gave you the best body, mind, ecosystem and lifestyle. This is the tree, gave you the fruit called life. Learn to water the tree and keep it alive for next generation. Not only to save the planet Earth, even for your personal reasons. I will tell you why you should keep your next generations as practicing Hindus for your personal reasons in few minutes. If you want, call your kids and make them all sit. This will help you to have the proper Pinda Darpana after you leave the body. Please listen. Listen clearly. Multiple planes are true. Pitruloka is true. After your death, till you achieve ultimate mukti, moksha, you are going to reside in Pitruloka. So during that time, you need to be given Shraddha Pinda Darpana by your descendants. Only if they continue to give you the Shraddha and Pinda Darpana, you can be at peace in the Pitruloka. If your descendants, if your descendants, kids, grandkids, their grandkids, if they are not practicing Hindus, then you will not be receiving Shraddha, Pinda Darpana while you are in the Pitruloka. And that is going to directly affect the journey of your soul, journey of your Atma into the further worlds. So be very clear, even for your personal reasons, you need your kids. It can be male or female. Your kids, better give birth to 6-7 kids so that at least one will keep the family lineage alive and continue to give Shraddha and Pinda Darpana for you while you are in the Pitruloka. If you are a sannyasi, enrich thousands and thousands more to live the sannyas life so that your sannyas parampara will continue to do Maheshwara Puja for you. You will receive the Pinda Darpana while you are in Pitruloka till you achieve the moksha and mukti. Please understand, all these are not stories. All these are not with some vested interest. It is simply the truth. Simple truth straight away. If you Hindus are not going to tell the Hindu narratives to the world, at least through internet, not only you will be criminally negligent Hindus, you are not going to let the next generation practice Hinduism, the ecosystem needed for Hinduism. Everywhere is getting attacked left, right, center. Listen. Every Hindu guru who is reviving the Hinduism, creating a Hindu ecosystem, is under attack, under siege. Anyone who thinks for Hinduism is under attack, and Hindus are made to believe their gurus are not needed for Hinduism to be alive. It is like if you are made to believe you don't need softwares, firewalls, protection from virus, you just need only your computer, nothing else to have the knowledge of the internet and everything you gain through the internet. How foolish you are. Same way, Hindus are made to believe if you just have your temples, that is enough. You don't need people who are keeping the software alive. Listen, Hindu gurus who keep the Hindu ecosystems alive, who revive Hindu ecosystems alive, are the software programmers. They keep the software of the Hinduism alive. They keep the software of Hinduism alive. You are made to believe hardware of the Hindus are enough and software of the Hinduism is not needed. Narinder Sindhi is asking, Swamiji, what if we don't have kids who will do the rituals? Get married, give birth to more kids, bring them up in the Gurukul. Take this seriously before you die, before you leave the planet Earth. Make a strong Hindu family. Leave them on the planet Earth before you leave the planet Earth. It is needed if you want to continue your further journey safely to moksha. Please understand. Don't ask me about, other religions don't tell about the Shraddha and all that. I will not talk about other religions. I will not comment about other religions. I will speak only about Hinduism. And I will speak only about your moksha, mukti, liberation. If you want moksha, if you want liberation, if you want mukti, This is the basic need you need to do for yourself. This is the basic need you need to do for yourself. Understand, life is not just your longevity. Your longevity is only one part of your life. Life is not just your longevity. So be very clear.
மனையாள் என உணர்ந்து மதிசூடி வெண்பொழி பூசும் மகேசன் பதம் பணிந்து தென்மதுரைக்கு வருக என்று மான்விழியாள் அழைத்திட்ட தென்மதுரைக்கு வருக என்று மான்விழியாள் அழைத்திட்ட மாமதுரையின் தாயே நித்யானந்த மீனாட்சியே.
Listen. Thank you. I just took a break to change the crown. Actually, the crown is like helping me to settle from samadhi. It's very heavy actually. When I'm in too much samadhi, it helps nicely to settle down and feel my body, my boundary. But once I settle down, it becomes very heavy. So I think now I'm little settled. So I changed to turban. So I can continue the satsang because I'm going to share more. First, let me answer some questions. The Nita Tatpurusha Shiva Shakti, she is sending a message. Oh, Swamiji told we will all directly go to Kailasa. Be very clear. Nita Tatpurusha Shiva Shakti. If you are a criminally negligent Hindu, you have no place in Kailasa. Either you get married, give birth to multiple kids, and make them practicing Hindus, leave a generation in the planet Earth for them to give you the Shraddha, or you take sannyas and enrich more sannyasis and leave a sannyas sampradaya to give Maheshwara Puja. Only then you will reach Kailasa. Don't try to use my compassion and say, oh, Swamiji is compassionate, he will allow us to Kailasa, for your criminal negligence. So, Nita Tatpurusha Shiva Shakti, be warned. Criminally negligent Hindus they will not have place even on the planet Earth. Why will they get place in the Kailasa? Baba, Tata. And next. Joaquin Joseph is asking, Swamiji, if you are not born Hindu, can Hinduism still be part of your DNA? Yes. You can start practicing. My initiation can bring Hinduism into your very DNA. Initiation transforms your very DNA. Your very DNA. Yes. The next. Saurav Aneja is asking, Swamiji, West stole many of the Hindu sciences and sold as their own. How should we protect this knowledge you are reviving from being exploited again? Hey, Saurav Aneja, first let me revive and bring it out to the world. I feel very strongly this time I am not going to see West or East. It's not that East has supported me. Be very clear. For whoever this Hindu science feels useful, I am going to share it with all of them. I am going to give it to all of them. So be very clear. I want to tell Sauravaneja, you Indian Hindus have no right over what I am reviving. Don't try to claim right. You have thrown me out already through your criminal negligence. So now what I am reviving, I'll give it to anyone who is interested in it. You guys can continue with your criminally negligent, luxurious, comfortable, cozy lifestyle as long as you can. Be very clear. I want all the Hindus all over the world, listen. Listen to what I am saying. Kailasa has two components. One, the inner science. From Kailasa, all the great spiritual truths I am receiving from Paramashiva and revealing it to all of you. Like enlightenment science, everything I am revealing and reviving. That's one dimension. Making all this useful for you and the whole world. That is one dimension. There's a second dimension. So many of you poured your wealth, time, treasure, talent. Like Maitri Patel drives truck only to give money to me. Shrikant Iyer and Prasanna Ramachandran, they work only to give money to Kailasa. Whatever money they make, other than their basic need, everything they give it to Kailasa. I can list people like that. I don't even know how much money Balaji gave for Kailasa. I can list. There are thousands of you who are working 24/7 for Kailasa, and all my sannyasis, Adinavasis, who gave their whole life to build Kailasa. Listen, all the Sarvanyapita Kartas, Sarvanyapita Yajamans, SJP manifestors who are giving their treasure, all the volunteers who are giving their time and talent, all the sannyasis who are giving their time and talent both, all of you putting together, you are building this Kailasa. Be very clear. I want to tell you some of the stories and case studies. Listen. We are not something new, out of the blue. Listen. Be practical. At the age of 20s, maybe 27, 28, Asaram Babu entered public life. Till late 70s. Such hard work. If you see his calendar, every day almost 20 hours hard work he has done for Hinduism, revived Hinduism in multi-level, built 5,000 ashrams all over the world, more than 1 lakh Adinavasis, full-time committed disciples, at least few crore devotees all over the world. They built such powerful, amazing Hindu ecosystem. At late 70s or 80s. What you criminally negligent Hindus have done to him? every Hindu who has not protested the injustice done to Asaram Babu to listen to this. You are all criminally negligent Hindus. Jagadguru Kanchi Shankaracharya Swami, Jayendra Saraswati, his sampradaya till before Chandrasekharendra Saraswati Swamiji, please listen. The Jayendra Saraswati Swamiji is 69th and Chandrasekharendra Saraswati Swamiji is 68th. Up to 67 means the Guru of Chandrasekharendra Saraswati Swamiji. They had immunity from all prosecution even by the British government. British government has given the status of immunity from all prosecution. In India, at least few hundred kingdoms and Rajaguru Samasthanas had the status of immunity from all prosecution, including Madurayadinam. The Sanidhanam is treated as the head of the state, and that Pitadipati or the king of that kingdom, or Pitadipati of that Samsthana or that Adinam cannot be called to the court. Immunity from all prosecution. Understand? Just 2 generations, 68, 69, lost that immunity, and you criminally negligent Hindus have put him in jail with a false case. 10 years of the legal battle. He proved his innocence, but his life is over. He proved his innocence, but his life is over. There was a lion running in the forest. Usually lions chase, but don't run or escape from anything. But there was a lion running, escaping from something. Elephant was watching the lion and asked, "Hey, Bhaiya, brother, what happened? Why are you running so fast? From whom you are escaping? It is strange." The lion screamed while running without reducing the speed. "Hey, the government has declared to catch all the bulls and put them in jail." Then elephant screamed back, "Hey, that is bulls, but you are a lion. Why are you running? A fool. If they catch me to prove that I am not a bull and lion and get out, it will take 20 years. My life will be over." Then elephant also started running. Listen. Hindu sadhus have only 2 options. Either die like Palgar sadhus. How the Palgar sadhus? Absolutely they have not done any crime. They are most innocent, sweet sadhus. When they were attacked by the mob for being a Hindu sadhu, they went to police station and the video shows police handed them over to the mob for lynching. See the video. And finally, both the sadhus and their manager, driver, assistant, all the 3 were killed. Either you get lynched like Palgar sadhus, or with false cases, accusations, rot in the jail during your old age, and even if you are proven innocent in the court, your life is gone. Like Kanchi Jayendra Saraswati, Kanchi Shankaracharya, what work they have done for Hinduism. Amazing work. And do you know, when he was arrested, these criminally negligent Hindus were telling, oh, this Swami was too active socially. That should not have been. He should have been silently polite and been inside the mud without being this kind of this active lifestyle. Not only they did not defend Jagadguru Shankaracharya Swamiji, 69th Shankaracharya Jayendra Saraswati, they started accusing him, blaming him. Hindu gurus have only two choices left in India. The anti-Hindu ecosystem has already taken over. Either die like Palgar sadhus or rot, get destroyed like Kanchi Shankaracharya. I have thousands of stories to tell. How, with cunning conspiracy, whole Asaram Babu's ecosystem he built with such hard work. In 20s, he entered public life. Now he is in late 70s. At least 50, 60 years of sincere hard work. He, his whole family, and more than 1 lakh of his Adinavasis. Many countries have less population than the Adinavasis of Asaram Babu. Adinavasis of the Asaram Babu, the population is more than many countries' population. At least there are 20 countries less population than the Asaram Babu's whole organization strength. But all their 60 years of hard work, how systematically dismantled with the false case in India. Study it. You go and study it. Go and study Sant Rampal's case. Go and study Ram Rahim's case. Go and study Sri Siddha Yogi Shivashankar Baba's case. Go and study all of this. Anyone anti-Hindu person does not need anything else. Just he has to go and give some false complaint to the police station. That's all. That whole Hindu guru and his ecosystem will be finished in next few days. And the Hindus will be just sitting. Not only they won't support that guru and the ecosystem, they will be finding faults. Oh, I went to see that guru. 2 hours he made me stand in the queue. Arrogant fellow. He sees the rich people first and we all have to stand in the queue. Oh God. It happened in my life. Let me tell you one story. In Tiruvannamalai Ashram, I was sitting and giving darshan. More than 18 hours I was continuously sitting without going for restroom break or coffee or even cup of tea. It started, I think, evening 5 o'clock. I sat and gave the satsang and then continued the darshan next day morning. Till next day morning, it was going on. More than 18 hours. I was sitting and continuously giving darshan, healing people, blessing and all that. A few guys in the distance, in the queue, they were screaming and shouting to come near. without standing in the queue. They want to cut the queue and come near and have darshan. Have darshan or talk to me. I don't think people who come for darshan will try to cut the queue. They just want to come and talk to me. The volunteers came and told me they are making riot, they are running riot and creating problem there. I said, don't cut the queue. Anyone wants darshan, they should come in queue. I am sitting and I assure till the last person gets darshan, I will sit and give darshan. I won't leave. Then those fellows who come for darshan to talk to me inside my ashram, they are shouting from there, if you don't give darshan, if you don't talk to us immediately, we will go and file a police complaint. You called us by our community name. In India, there are certain communities have the legal right. If you call their community name, it's like a disrespect and they can file a case and without any investigation, you will be arrested. It's called some PCR law. And they were screaming. I looked at the organizers who were standing next to me and I said, what do they mean? What is the meaning? I did not understand fully. They said, Swamiji, they are from a community where they can file a complaint if just saying that you called them by their community name and without any investigation, you will be arrested and anyone on whom anyone gets accused without any investigation, they will be arrested. Do you know the funny thing? Finally, I have to bend. And I told, all right, don't create ruckus, get them. When they came near, then they told, we want 1 lakh rupee, give us. I said, why? No, you are coming to this area regularly and conducting programs. You are giving Annadanam to all, na? So think you have given Annadanam for us also. Give 1 lakh rupee. I said, Annadanam is served for all. Please go and eat. No, we want 1 lakh rupee. Otherwise, we'll go and file a police complaint. You called us by this community name. I was shocked. Finally, organizers gave the money. Understand. Anyone can threaten a Hindu guru. You don't need any reason. To put Hindu gurus into trouble. I have hundreds of incidents, thousands of stories to tell you about these criminally negligent Hindus. Listen very carefully. Listen very carefully. Utpal Thakur is telling, no wonder Hinduism is flourishing more abroad than in India. Relax. Stop justifying. It is not flourishing anywhere. Understand? Don't think it is flourishing anywhere else. No. Nowhere it is flourishing. I am keeping it alive in Kailasa. Still it has not yet started flourishing. Be very clear. Even I am keeping it alive in Kailasa. That's all. And reviving. It's not that it has started flourishing. Be very clear about it. Don't already start fantasizing or in delusion. It is flourishing. No. Not single NRI families are able to inspire their next generation to become sannyasis. Listen. I am not saying all your kids should become sannyasis, but at least NRIs who have all the basic needs fulfilled should think of giving birth to 5 kids and give at least 2 kids to sannyas to keep the Hinduism alive. They are not able to convince even one of their kids to take sannyas. They are losing their next generations. They are losing their next generation. Understand? NRIs are the orphans in Pitruloka because their next generation is not doing any Shraddha or Pindadarpana or practicing Hindus. They might having happy life, comfortable life, but they are losing their next generation in high speed. They are not able to convince their next generation to work for Hinduism, to stand for Hinduism. Very rare, very, 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 very rare. Like extreme exemption, 1 or 2. It's literally nil or negligent number. All right. I wanted to tell all of you, the criminal, negligent Hindus, be very clear. I want all of you to know this truth. At least start spreading awareness in the internet. That easily can be done. Tell your narrative to the world. In the internet, it can be started immediately. Listen. When you don't tell, Hindus are persecuted to the world. The anti-Hindu narratives are heard loudly all over the world. In the modern day, number matters. The louder the voice you raise matters. You need to take this to the international organizations' attention. If you are not telling the stories of your persecution, if you are not ready to educate the world about what you guys are going through and your narrative, be ready to be branded as aggressors and be ready to get wiped. I am not cursing you. I am just telling you the truth. At least in the internet, start telling your story to the world. At least in the internet, start telling your stories to the world. Spend little time, study how each Hindu ecosystem is persecuted in last 100 years. Listen, whether Kanchimat or Asaram Babu or Ram Rahim or Sant Rampal or Shivashankar Baba, all of them, all their organizations, with so much of hard work, they build the Hindu ecosystem like a beautiful honeycomb. But just some thief comes and robs the whole thing and takes it away. But again, you guys Hindus will work hard and build it like a honeycomb. Again, somebody else will come and steal. Be very clear. I am not interested in this game. That is why I decided very clearly, I will build the fort first. Proper stone fort. Then build the honeycomb So it will stay forever and work forever, support the Hindus forever, keep the Hindu ecosystem forever alive. Be very clear. I understood this secret. I started my public life at the age of 16. Within 10 years, by 25, I understood. Without making a proper protection system, any hard work me and my sannyasis put and build, it will be like a honeycomb. When Kanchi Shankaracharya got arrested, clearly I realized the Samasthana, which had immunity from all prosecution, lasted just 2 generations before, till the India adopted the secular constitution. Kanchimat, Madurayadinam, all of them had immunity from all prosecution in writing, legally valid, from the British government till the British time. Just 2 generations. Now, those gurus are getting prosecuted. Lawfare is being done. False accusations are put. They are prosecuted left, right, center. Of course, Kanchi Shankaracharya proved he is innocent and came out. But what happened to that organization? What happened to that mutt? What happened to himself? Was he able to stand back? The criminally negligent Hindus did not have gratitude for all the work he has done. The criminally negligent Hindus are not realizing the anti-Hindus are attacking the real Hindus because he stood for the Hindus and stick his neck out, his head was cut. That's all. So that is like a message. No one else should stick their neck out for Hinduism. I tell you, I realized this truth. If I don't build the proper legitimate fort, legal protection, even if I work for 100 years and build the Hindu ecosystem, I don't want to say what would have happened. I know very clearly. I know very clearly. I know very clearly. I wanted to tell all my disciples, listen. The good news I have for all of you is, by the grace of Paramashiva, we already have a sovereign territory in more than one place for Kailasa and diplomatic relationship with many countries for Kailasa, and I am safe. We are going to be safe forever. That is the good news I have for all my disciples. So all your effort, you are all putting time, treasure, talent and building this Kailasa will be useful forever. It cannot be hijacked, destroyed by anyone, because I made a proper foundation protection fortress. Then started building the honeycomb. I did the first things first. Be very clear. Be very clear. First things first. Many people asked me, Swamiji, why did you leave such a huge empire you built in India and sitting somewhere in one corner for so many years? Be very clear. It's already 3 years. I left India. More than 3 years. This 3 years is worth, because I've done the foundation, legal, protected, internationally protected place first. Not only I have the immunity of non-prosecutable and immunity and protection as the head of the state, sovereign land, which can't be violated, and the embassy status in multiple places, even sovereign land in more than one places. This 3 years is worth, because the first things are done first, right things are done first. We have a great future. We don't have to worry. Will there be any end like what happened, what has been done to Asaram Babu's organization? What has been done to Sant Rampal's ecosystem? What has been done to Ram Rahim's ecosystem? What has been done to this Palgar Sadhus, and what has been done to Kanchimat? You don't need to worry, because I have done the right things first. That's the good news I have for all of you. Second, the great news, all of you start getting involved and get the diplomatic relationship in each country you are living for Kailasa. That's the real thing you need to do. I am not asking you to give me your money. No. I am not interested in your money. I am not even asking you to give your time. I am just asking you, start working with the government, the country in which you are living, and build diplomatic relationship. We need Kailasa recognized as a nation and diplomatic relationship, then create a Hindu ecosystem which will be protected forever, which will not be destroyed by these false cases, lawfares, persecution, and all other attacks. If you want to be a real, honest, integrated Hindu who want to save, protect Hinduism, revive Hinduism, flourish Hinduism for the sake of future humanity, work on getting more diplomatic relationships with more countries for Kailasa. Nothing else is required. We have enough properties, enough wealth. People are pouring. You only need to do diplomatic relationship work. Hindu Priyal is putting a message. Immense gratitude, Lord Kalabhairava, Meenakshi Taye, and Paramashivani for protecting our beloved Swamiji. Just get lost. Just get lost. No one needs your gratitude. Don't hide your criminally negligent Hindu lifestyle in the name of devotion or behind the name of gratitude and all these stupid flowery ideas. It is the people like you I am more afraid than the people who are anti-Hindu and attackers. These criminally negligent Hindus who can nicely flower, hide their criminal negligence in the name of devotion, gratitude, Oh, you see, now her message, no one will be able to find fault in her. But she's an absolute criminal, negligent Hindu. She is the straight example for the criminal, negligent Hindu. I can tell you thousands of this kind of examples. Not only, see, if somebody is sleeping, you can wake them up. If somebody is acting as if they are sleeping, you can't wake them up. Whatever I am saying, she knows how to twist it and continue to remain criminally negligent by justifying, oh, I have so much devotion. Swamiji is looking so handsome. See his turban, how nice it is. Wow, see his new jewel, how beautiful he looks. None of them know how much it takes to get this kavi cloth and make this turban and get it to Kailasa and wear. None of them will get involved single, even one small way. But they know how to hide their criminal negligence using Kalabhairava. Oh. Same way, Kobi Obi is telling, oh, Mahakali is protecting us. Kalabhairava is protecting us. Swamiji is protecting us. Stop using my name. I will not talk about Mahakali and Mahakalabhairava, whether they are protecting you or not. Stop using my name. Kobi Obi, be very clear. I am not protecting you. When you are not protecting me, I am not protecting you. I am making it very clear, simple, straight. If you are getting into the ground, working with your country, and getting diplomatic relationship for Kailasa, I am protecting you. I will come there and protect you. Continue to be part of your life support in multiple ways. If you are not doing that, stop using the word Swamiji is protecting us. Don't try to cheat yourself and cheat others using my name. Kobi Obi, be very clear. I am not protecting you. You have nothing to do with my life. I am making it clear. I don't want to cheat you. I don't want to lie to you. I don't want to say, I'll protect you. My presence will be there. No. I am very clear. I am very clear. Today I protected Bhagavan Reddy because he gave his son to me. His son is in Gurukul. The son is doing Chandi Homa Puja every day in temple, running the Gurukul. That punya, I protected Bhagavan Reddy. That's all. People who stand with Kailasa, they are protected. People who directly get involved with Kailasa, they are protected. All others, stop cheating yourself and stop using my name. In the Priyala, I am telling you again, Kalabhairava and Meenakshi is protecting me. So I am grateful to them. Paramashiva is protecting me. I am grateful to them. You please carry on with your life. Don't try to show, don't try to justify your criminal negligence. You will not do anything. You will not do what needs to be done. But you will just, use some flowery words. Oh, gratitude to Kalabhairava, gratitude to Meenakshi, gratitude to Paramashiva for protecting Swamiji. They are protecting me, I know, and I am grateful to them, I know. You please carry on with your life. All of you need to know very clearly. Unless you guys are told directly, you will not wake up to this. You will not wake up to this. I am not sweet talker. I am straight talker. I am not sweet talker. I am truth talker. I talk the truth. I tell you the truth. These people who use flowery words to hide their criminal negligence are responsible for Hindus getting raped in Bangladesh. These gang is responsible for Hindus' properties getting robbed in Bangladesh. These people are responsible for the murders of the Hindus in Bangladesh. Essence of what I want to tell. Oh Hindus, wake up. Stop being criminally negligent. Even the people who are sincere to me, who work and give all their wealth to me, Maitrik Patel, Shrikant Iyer, Manmohan Kumar, Sumati Enal. Sumati Enal has given all her property to Kailasa. So much she has given. Gauri Bharata. I can read each one of the SJP owners, Ejamans. How much of money all of you are giving? Now I want all of you to focus on diplomatic relations for Kailasa in the country you are living, so that the future of the Hindus becomes safe. So the Hindus don't get persecuted in your country. Kailasa will raise the voice to protect Hindus, to defend Hindus, to promote the Hindu narrative to the world. So every one of you, especially SJP Ejamans, Kartas, Sarvanyapeta Kartas, Sarvanyapeta Ejamans, everyone work towards getting diplomatic relations for Kailasa. The focus should be on that. Jun Vamadeva Shivam is asking, what is my role? How do I know where you are? In which country you are? Join the Kailasa in which country you are. Start bringing collective integrity. Start working with the team and evolve. I have given the goal, vision. Now do the task. Don't expect me to give you the task. I have always seen people who ask me, expect me to give the task. They take my words as the task and use it for power center. As Swamiji told me that I have to do this. All of you obey and press my feet till I do that. They use my words to be power center. People who really want to do it, they work hard. They do sincere work. People who work never ask for what should be done, the task. The vision is enough for them to break that into task and start doing. People who are asking for the task never listen to the vision, internalize the vision. They just use the task as to gain more power over the other disciples. And it becomes just power-centric game. I am exposing everything. Somebody Dream Machine is asking, Swamiji, can I come to Mahakailasa to see you next year? You are not even telling your original name and face. Why do you want to come to Mahakailasa? First tell your name, put your original photo, and tell me in which you are part of which Kailasa. And then that local Kailasa head will give me a report about you, security concerns. Then I will tell you whether you can come to Mahakailasa to see me or not. So Dream Machine, first put your original photo an original name, legal name. Then ask any question.
நீ வந்து அருளாட்சி செய்திடவே தீராத குறையெல்லாம் தீர்ந்திங்கு போகுதம்மா தீயினில் உதித்த
Andrea Skalpinis is asking, why, Swamiji, why does not Paramashiva protect all the sincere gurus working hard for Hinduism? Oh, he has to do everything, then why you should enjoy the benefits of the Hindu gurus? Go and live the life without the benefits of the Hindu gurus. You will not take any responsibility, but you want all the results and fruits. Don't you feel shy for asking this question? Paramashiva is doing his part, you do your part. How nicely, to hide their criminal negligence, they use Paramashiva. As if they hear listen to Paramashiva and do everything Paramashiva says. Now they blame, why Paramashiva is not protecting? He knows how to protect and he is doing what he needs to do. So you do your responsibility instead of blaming him, questioning him.
இருக்கையிலே மலை சென்று தீவினைகள் அழித்திடவே
I think it is time. We had whatever I wanted to share within these few minutes, I share. And I have a lot more to share. I'll share it in further satsangs. With this, I bless you all. Celebrate Hinduism. Hinduism is real. And don't be criminally negligent Hindus. Keep Hinduism alive for next generation, for your personal reasons, personal benefits, and for the benefit of the whole world, universe. With this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Paramadvaitam, Shuddhadvaita Saivam, the state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and Kailasa of Paramashiva. Paramashivoham, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, the eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.